It's time for another brand new episode of The Randy Miller Show, right here at randymillerradio.com.
People say the blues is just a good man feeling bad. I don't know about you, that's not the kind of blues I have. I'm a bad
Yes! Woo! Wow.
Yes, I'm a bad man. Let's get that.
I don't care what kind of man you are. I don't even care if you're a man or a woman or any kind of a species on earth. If you live in Kansas City, this is your week. This is your week. This is the back-to-back Super Bowl edition of randymillerradio.com. Michael?
Excuse me.
Pardon me. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
How about those Chiefs? Back to back,
Oh, my
buddy.
gosh. Hey, listen, it's not going to be long until we will be hearing the chants that I heard when I worked in Pittsburgh, which is one for the thumb. I admit I got a weird thumb.
I mean, Randy,
Wow.
I'm trying to blind you.
No, that's pretty good.
But is it ironic that the Chiefs team basically gets welcomed by this Elvis Presley
Yes.
in Viva Las Vegas? And all of a sudden, Elvis doesn't have more rings than our boys do. We got one more coming. We got another ring.
That's right.
Still to hit the market.
That's right. I mean, you got, you win a Super Bowl. You have
3 Super Bowls and 5.
Yes.
Not in them. One.
Hey, and are you guys like me? I'm so sick of going to parades.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta make time in your day every year.
I'm starting to fall asleep during them, honestly.
Come on. Oh man, how fantastic. How fantastic are the Kansas City Chiefs and everything that is associated with the Kansas City Chiefs. I just read about a thing today. I just read it. Yeah. If you're still celebrating, as you should be, you can make Tay-Tay's beloved French blonde recipe. This is
Okay,
Taylor
I actually
Swift's,
have read that.
Okay, this is Taylor Swift's official cocktail. 1 ounce grapefruit juice, Tom's Town botanical gin, and Lily Blanc. I'm not sure who she is. But did you know that Tom's Town botanical gin, Lily legs. Did you know that is the official gin of the Chiefs?
I have a Rieger's bottle from before championship, so I guess it's not Andy Rieger's.
Right. Well, Andy Rieger's in there.
Okay.
He's still in there.
Okay.
But, man, I'll tell you what. I mean, just a toast to the Chiefs right now. Huh?
Cheers.
I mean, come on. What the D word, the L word, I've heard them both. Dynasty, legacy.
It took 50 years since our win in the 1970 Super Bowl to get here, the Vikings game.
Yeah.
And we finally hit it in that Super Bowl 54 in 2019 season. I was tearing up during that win.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll ever experience this again, but I couldn't be happier to, unlike so many fans, to experience it in our lifetime. There's so many fans in their lifetime will never have this.
Is there a better time to be living in Kansas City? I think not. And
we've earned being hated, by the way. You have to earn that.
Oh my gosh.
So many wins now.
I love it.
Every game we're
and the
ruled
Chiefs
out.
love it. The Chiefs love it.
The experts have us underdog every time. Did you love Mahomes' comment?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was great. And what did he say?
He's like, how do you feel being the underdogs? We're never the underdogs.
Yeah, we're never the underdogs. Oh, my gosh. It was so good. And, just to hear from the 49ers perspective, we didn't understand the rules. I'm sorry. The field's a little spongy.
The excuses started
in overtime. We thought maybe first team wins. I mean, nice coaching, Shanahan. How many Shanahans does it take to change a light bulb? I mean, seriously. Get your team ready. Mm-hmm. And Chris Jones said, we've been talking about that for 2 weeks.
We have been going over
strategy,
overtime situations.
Gosh. Yeah. Thank you, Andy Reid. And the other thing that we learned about Andy Reid was that he can take a punch.
Certainly a hip check.
Big Red can take one, man.
Yeah. And still have a sense of humor about it, honestly.
Yeah,
he's like, we've been kind of doing that all season long.
Right, no, he's great.
Did it catch you off guard at first?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, when I first saw Travis barreling into him and just like, I was like, what is going on? Mm-hmm. And, Andy's like, hey, I like that. Wasn't it kind of like what I kind of heard was like maybe Gray might have missed a block, the other tight end at the time, missed a block that caused a fumble, Pacheco. Yeah.
And of course, a competitor once in the game.
Sure. He took Travis out, and Travis says, I don't want to be out, Andrew. I want to be in. Speaking of Andrew, I got to tell this story. So our famous engineer, Andy Occident, I asked him right before we started the show, I said, Andy, what would your DJ name be?
Yeah.
He did not hesitate. No. He did not. Fancy Andy.
Candy. Huh? Do I have it? I don't have it quite right. Let's hear it on the overhead.
Famous Andy with the candy. I don't know how long he's been sitting on that.
It wasn't like he thought about it.
No. I was like, what would your DJ name be? Famous Andy with the candy. What? So, hey, forever on this program, he will be known as
Famous Andy with the candy.
Famous Andy with the candy. By the way, we're brought to you by Stretch Zone. Michael, I know I've told you a little bit about the Stretch Zone. Well, I mean, there's that. But the Stretch Zone, they've got 6 locations around Kansas City. My wife and I are going in once a week for a stretch. And let me tell you, when you have a stretch at the Stretch Zone, they stretch you. I mean, like people that you don't know come over and stretch you.
Or just grabbing parts.
Yeah, and they work there. I mean, they're but you lie on a table, and they come over and it's fantastic because all these stretches that they do to you, you can't do on your own. You cannot do on your own.
The little bit I thought I heard about those is sometimes they're even tying you to the table. Is that right?
Well, they don't tie you.
Well, no, like a band. Kinda.
They put a band. They isolate those muscles. They isolate those areas. Mm-hmm. Have you ever isolated those areas?
It's been a problem.
They isolate those areas, and then they stretch you appropriately. And when you come out of there, man, or at least for me, and I just had one last week with Hayden. Hayden was my stretcher. I don't think they call them stretchers, stretchinistas,
stretcher bearers.
Anyway, he did such a great job. I'm standing straighter now. I actually am. I mean, I'm standing straighter. I feel better. It gives you more flexibility, more mobility. I would encourage all you guys, seriously, and I was telling somebody about this the other day, and they initially, questioned it. But after I explained it, they were like, oh, I think I need that. Everybody needs to stretch. Mm-hmm. And if you can find somebody to do it for you, even better. So stretchzone.com is where you go. Stretchzone.com. 6 locations around Kansas City.
What I love real quick on that one is how it originated. And it was a gentleman that was trying to take care of his father, if I recall, Randy. Wasn't he trying to take care of his father who's elderly? And he's like, he's too, he's about to go in senior living. He started doing these stretches. He's like, no, I could help my dad out. Started doing these stretches. All of a sudden, he's on the dance floor, killing it.
Yeah. No, it was from a bubblegum factory. And, man, they stretch your tongue out. Like, I came out of there, I'm like, blah, 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 blah. Stretchzone.com. So I do have a little, kind of a sad thing to report. Not to report. Man, I love Toby Keith. And passed away at 62 years old. The guy, he had 60 hits. Think about that, 60 hits. And the guy was fantastic. When I was on Q104 doing the morning show, Toby was just kind of getting underway, along with Trace Adkins, same time. And Toby would come in.
Should have been a cowboy. That might have been one of the early ones out of the gate.
That might have been the first one.
Should have been a cowboy.
Yeah. Oh, so good. Mm-hmm. And just had a great personality. Loved to be funny, larger than life. He was like 6'5". He played college ball. He thought he'd be a professional.
Was he a Sooner? I don't know, but I think Oklahoma,
yeah, for sure. But just a great guy. And every time I talked to him, just always left you feeling better, and always. So I remembered a time that we had on the radio where Toby. Do you remember the Venture stores?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, because I had a cookie credit card as a kid. To get the parents back in, I had a cookie credit card as a kid. I could go back to the bakery, show them my card each visit, and I'd get a free cookie. It was brilliant. Yeah.
Venture had a bakery?
Yeah, it was
I
right.
I don't even remember that.
It was catty corner to Bannister Mall was where Venture was, where
right.
the Home Depot or something else over there now. But yeah, cookie credit card.
Venture. I remember Venture doing some big business.
I loved Venture.
And on this occasion, Toby was in the studio with us, and he was making an appearance that evening at Venture. Like he was going to show up, sign some autographs. And this was Toby kind of pretty close to the height of his powers. He was Toby Keith. So he comes into the studio, and I convinced him to participate in a Randygram with us.
Oh, boy.
And we called Venture.
This Don Ramsey?
John, Mr. Ramsey?
Yes.
How are you?
Good.
Good morning.
Dave Milam will be my name.
That's Toby.
I'm sorry?
Dave Milam. I'm with the Toby Keith organization.
How you doing today?
I'm doing fine. I understand that we have a scheduled appearance there this evening.
Yep, you sure do.
How many security guards will be on duty?
We have about 5 scheduled to come in tonight.
Is there a proper way to bring Mr. Keith through the back?
Yes, there is. There's a back loading dock that we figure we'd bring him right back through there.
Through the back loading dock? Now,
yeah, it's got a back door and everything.
Would that be like between
us and we have what we have is, I don't know if you've ever been in this building before, but we're connected with Price Chopper grocery store.
Price.
And if you go around to the back side of our building, our dock and their dock's kind of back to our next door to each other. And we have a loading dock that you walk upstairs, and I figure that'd be the best place to bring him in. We don't actually have a side entrance door.
Could I get you to hold 1 second?
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to have to let you talk to my supervisor.
Okay.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Hello, Chris Simmons.
How are you, Chris?
How are you?
Just fine, thanks.
How are things going?
Not too bad.
Excited is what we are.
We are too. We've had a lot of calls, boy. I tell
Yes.
you, there's a lot of calls yesterday,
What
and I've
about
already
the
talked
ice
about 10 people
sculpture? Ice sculpture. Ice sculpture of Mr. Keith.
What about it now?
Yes, what about it?
I don't know anything about that.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. Let's make it happen. That was in the rider. That was something we discussed.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yes, sir.
Huh, that must have been through the...
Well, that must have been through something else, huh?
It been through Handelman, maybe?
Maybe so.
Okay.
This really gets my back up.
Huh. I could check on it for you, but
Oh, Lordy.
I don't know anything about that.
Hanna-Barbera! Just can't believe this. Slipshod.
Sir?
Uh-huh.
It's me again. Do you know what a brown-billed duck is?
A brown-billed duck?
Yeah.
No.
That is a duck that flies as fast as the duck in front of him, but just can't stop as fast.
This is Randy Miller, and we're on the radio.
Have we been on the radio all along?
We have.
Thanks a lot.
And this is Toby Keith that you're talking to.
How you doing, buddy?
Good. good. How are you?
Guess we got to change those loading plans. We might want to bring him in from the front now.
So did my boss know about this?
Let me check. No. As a matter of fact, my boss didn't even know about this.
Oh, so good.
Toby Keith.
So good.
How about that? I mean, it just says so much about that man and his personality, and that was so cool.
Oh man, and honestly, just the way you mix with all these greats like Toby. Oh, seriously, take a bow.
Stop it.
Come, do this for me. Just right here.
Yeah, right.
That was so good.
Oh, but you know, and
thanks for bringing that back.
And then right after that, Venture went out of business. So you're welcome.
You want to say you have a formal apology to make?
Do you know anybody that went to Las Vegas to just not even to get into the game, just to go to Vegas, right?
Yeah, I know a good family friend that went to the game.
I got to tell you something.
Yeah,
Las Vegas gouged everyone. Good.
I was just there, a few months ago.
Yeah.
It gouged the heck out of me.
Oh, yeah.
Gouged.
Listen to this. So a friend of ours.
Let's talk about gouging.
Yeah, let's talk about it. A friend of ours decides she and her husband are going to, at least go to Vegas. Gets a cheap flight on Spirit Airlines, cheap, and gets a pretty good deal at a hotel, and then just decides.
Now you're trapped. You're stuck.
Yeah. Well, they're not going to the game, but they want to find a bar where they can sit and watch the game. Mm-hmm. They tell her all of the bars in Las Vegas are sold out. And she's like, sold out? Yes. It's $300 a seat to watch the game in a bar in Las Vegas. $300!
Go figure. Go figure.
So she thinks, okay, we're going to wait a couple days, get back with them. They'll be desperate for people. It's gone to $1,000. They have 4 seats left. It's $1,000 a seat to sit in that bar and watch the game.
Well, all of a sudden, I've opened my hotel room up, and I'm charging admittance for $150.
Right, exactly.
Come on in.
Exactly right.
My goodness.
Is that crazy?
The whole thing's crazy. And I had a Uber driver tell me that too. It's like, because I was just commenting. I was Florida. I was there for a week, and I was there with my company, but I was hurting for my company because I'm like, ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
And he's like, you really got to be way outside of the strip, or they're trying to make up since the pandemic. But I remember you've flown from the airport right there to the strip. It's not very far.
No.
Is it 5 minutes?
Yeah, maybe 5.
If that. I don't know.
If that.
And so maybe I had an Uber ride that maybe it was $20, $25. Does that sound about right? And then another one, same distance coming in because there was the National Rodeo going on at the time because of traffic. I was sitting in traffic. I didn't know about that.
I was going to say, what else was in town?
Yeah. I don't know. That was like $95 for the same Uber trip.
For the same distance?
Same distance. It's a scam. That bottle of water over there, at least $10 for that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I got to tell you something. So Renee and I went to an event at the T-Mobile Center. I have not been to the T-Mobile Center it's been a while. But Nate Bargatze, the comedian, was there. And I love Nate. And so we go down there, and
he's a personal favorite of mine, by the way.
Oh my gosh, he
family favorite,
hysterical,
absolutely
great,
good show.
He's a rock star. He is a rock star, and he really is. Yeah. Has his own walk up music to the stage and everything. But we get down there, and it used to be in Kansas City where you would drive downtown for a show. You'd pay $5 to park in a lot that's right there, and then you would go on into the show. Well, the first lot that we looked at that might have had anything was $30 a pop. Which, okay, totally full. We drive 4 blocks from the T-Mobile. We find another parking garage. It's only $20, and they park us on the 8th floor. Luckily, they had an elevator. So we walk 4 blocks to the T-Mobile. We get 2 bottles of water and a popcorn. when we get down to our seats, which that's another deal. So we're on the floor, right?
Okay.
Well, I paid,
Sounds like great seats.
well,
yeah, you're
paid,
on the floor.
I paid for floor seats.
Yeah.
So we get down to the floor, the guy, and it's dark. I mean, it's the lights are out. And the guy at the bottom says, you have to pour your water into a cup. And I go, huh? And he goes, yeah, you have to take your water and pour it into a glass, like a clear cup. And I said, we bought it here. And he goes, I know.
It's bizarre. Why didn't they give you a cup of water at the concession stand?
Right?
Then? Seriously.
I mean, I just don't understand the rationale behind that.
Well, the rationale I've heard at Arrowhead and that is they undo that so you don't just chuck a full bottle. Some might come out. So it's not a threat if you threw it and hurt somebody. That I'm not going to defend it. I'm just saying.
You mean the rowdy Nate Bargatze fans?
I guess it took one person at a Metallica concert to ruin it for the Nate people, Randy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, nuts. It's a new world, isn't it? It's a new day.
So anyway, we get to our seats on the floor, which are not cheap, and they're folding chairs.
Folding chairs.
Yeah. I mean, they're literally folding chairs. I have those in my garage. I got to tell you.
Do they do folding chairs at the Oscars, the Grammys? What do they do for those events when you're on the floor?
How about that? So I was not, so then we leave. Since we're on the floor, we have to wait till, and it's sold out, 15,000 people. We have to wait until 14,000 people leave till, the floor people get to come up. So we get out of there and we go to the parking garage. Well, now the elevator, there's no, you can't get on the elevator. So we're walking 8 floors up to our deal. I mean, we had to stop like probably every third floor just to go, oh my God, just going by.
So
we'll catch you. We'll catch you. And you finally get up. It took us 40 minutes to get out of the parking garage. And that's where you want to put the stadium? And that's where you want to put the stadium?
You were channeling, buddy. I'm getting angrier every time you keep talking because... Do you remember that guy? I think was it KFKF 61 Country, something like 61 Country, Earl Pitts?
Yeah.
You know what makes me sick? Earl Pitts off.
That's right.
I'm here to your point. So
let's put the stadium there. That's a great idea.
And what I'm kind of ticked off a little bit.
We'll grow some parking. We'll start it. We'll plan it now. And we'll just grow parking. Mm-hmm. A
couple reasons I'm disappointed. We have a third Super Bowl in 5 years.
Thank you.
And intentionally with precision, the Royals team, who can't get Eddie and Jimmy to a game and fill the stands, they've got to make the big announcement the day before our Super Bowl parade was. We're all turning into sports radio to listen to the Chiefs, and they take over. Yeah, I feel like they took advantage of it. So I'm already ticked off about that.
Right.
I don't need to hear about baseball right now. Right. I don't care about our little T-ball team.
Yeah.
And no disrespect if you rolled, but that's kind of where we've been.
That's kind of where we've been.
And so, anyway, to then one of the guys comes out and talks about not adding parking. You can just there's plenty of parking already there. That's the statement.
Where?
That was the statement.
Where?
We did an analysis, and there's several thousand parking spots. It's already there. So I'm like, picture this. So let's say you got a Nate Bargatze at T-Mobile Center.
Yeah, exactly.
You got a Coffee Performing Center thing.
Right.
You got, what else? Let's say you got a ball game on Friday night.
Yeah.
Let's say you got a First Friday at the Crossroads.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I mean, can I go on?
Perfect storm.
And then it ticks me off even further when they're like, you know what? If you don't like baseball, don't come down. Well, guess what? We're already impacted because we're going down for something else.
Right.
We're not going down for the baseball game in the first place.
For your right for parking. Yes.
And so I'm like, I want to hear more plans. I'm optimistic they'll come up with some parking plans. I'm not sure they will. No, I'm trying to be optimistic.
Yeah.
Or fend for yourself. Can you imagine? I can't fend for myself and find parking, to your point, right now.
No. I mean, honestly, we drove around for 20 minutes trying to find a space anywhere down there.
The last time I went to a T-Mobile Center event, you pay at that parking garage under the Power and Light.
Right.
Pay up front. And then we
You can
parked way down below, and then all of a sudden we're ready to go, and I'm filling up my car with carbon monoxide from all the cars that are not moving because we're letting us out one at a time.
That's exactly right.
We can't manage the little bit of parking we have now. We have not figured this out.
No.
This is the wrong direction right now.
No, this is a wrong direction. Yeah. I mean, how about where the stadium is now? You can just park there.
You can be with your buddies.
You can park there.
Here, let's take these 10 slots.
You can tail. Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, especially last season. Let's take these 55 slots
That's true.
and we can build a house here.
Now, Randy, there's part of me that feels like I shouldn't even weigh in. Now, I did grow up in Jackson County. I love Rawls. I've been to Rawls since I was knee high.
I live in Jackson County.
We've all got incredible stories at the K. You and I were there for a big one.
Right.
But at the same time, maybe I shouldn't weigh in because admittedly, how many games did you go to last year? I bet I went to 3 games.
2.
I went to 3.
Yep.
How many of those 2 games did you actually pay for, Randy?
I
paid for 1 of those 3, and that's rare.
Yeah.
It's pretty much if I don't get tickets, I mean,
I know.
so then I'm just wondering.
I know.
Is this the time? I don't know.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, you know, they're spending some money for next season, trying to shore some people up. Bobby Witt Jr., obviously. But I mean, if you don't have a plan for where you're going to play, and I know that's the big new deal. You want to have it in your downtowns like Pittsburgh.
I get it from the economic impact. You want to have those dollars being utilized and spending in job growth and all this kind of stuff.
Right.
I don't mean to minimize that, but there's
true.
job growth, but also there's eminent domain too. You know that there's businesses that are done.
Yeah,
they're done.
Right. That's sad.
Several acres.
That's it.
Where this is being plotted.
We need for you to shut down. Yeah, that's not good. It's not good.
I mean, the concept, if you take all that away, and let's say you had valet parking, and there was no traffic going into it.
Right.
I love how it connects to everything.
Yeah.
The little walkway, they did a green space over the highway, 670s, you can go right to T-Mobile, and then they kind of connect to the 18th and Vine.
Sure.
I love the concept of it.
The concept is great, but where are you going to put the people? I just don't know.
I can't imagine living there and not being a baseball fan. I guess you're moving out because you're not getting home.
So here's a good stat for you. So the new apartment complex, number 3, the luxury apartments that are like the 3rd, they're going to be open in the fall, and the lease there, you can lease those apartments for, get a 1-bedroom for $2,500 a month. 60%. Oh, no. Yeah, 60% of the people that are living there are from out of town. So that just shows you, it's, people are going, well, at least it's not as much as in New York. But that's the reality. And
that's not my litmus test.
No.
That's what it could be in New York. That's not who we are. I don't want to be that.
Right. But that's what they're doing. They're going, okay, so people are moving here because they can work from home, and they're moving here, and they think $2,500 a month is like, wow, that's great. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah, I'll just stop there. I'll stop there.
No, let's get you going.
No, there's so many thoughts in my head on that.
I know. It's a tough deal right now, and I know it from many people who are trying to lease or rent an apartment or a condo that are just like, oh my gosh, how can that be that much money and still, live here?
It is starting to happen. I was in Idaho recently, and I was talking to some people from Idaho where they make, where potatoes are grown, I guess. But anyway, same thing's happening. Folks in California, Portland, Oregon, that things haven't been going well recently, they're all moving out to Idaho. All of a sudden, the property values are going through the roof. People that have lived there forever, foreshadowing Kansas City.
Right.
I don't know.
Maybe.
All of a sudden, you can't afford to stay in your own state anymore. Property, everything's going through the roof. So
it's even happening in Tennessee. I talked to my sister Jamie, and she's like, "Yeah." She goes, people are moving here because they want to be somewhere in the mountains, and Colorado's too expensive, and here we are. And all of a sudden, you got people not speaking the Southern, which reminds me of a story. I talked to my dad the other day. And I said, Dad, you watch the Super Bowl? Oh, yeah. I said, what'd you think? He goes, boy, I tell you what, that one boy, he's just getting on my last nerve.
Oh, really?
I said,
who's that?
He said, I'm getting so sick of seeing him. I said, oh, Dad, are you okay?
Talking about Tony Romo or where all the other hate is out there? What?
It's that guy on the Chiefs. I said, Travis Kelce? Yeah. He's just on everything. He's on everything. And I said, we love it. Mm-hmm. We love it. And he's just on everything. He is on everything.
He is.
That's okay.
And even Pacheco's starting to get some action in there.
Yeah.
He is. Furniture.
Oh, I know. Let me tell you how that commercial was filmed. They had Pacheco come out.
You might know something about filming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He comes out to the place, and they go, well, Pacheco's here. And the camera crew goes, what do we have him do? Just have him run around the furniture.
They haven't thought about it at all.
No. Just have him run around the furniture. Okay, good.
Toss him a pillow.
Yeah, and he does. Well, imagine if Kelce had come out there. I mean, to be like, let's just have Kelce just knock down our boss.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey.
Oh, my gosh. What a week. What a week in Kansas City.
What a week. And how about Mahomes, how he's handled this all the way through? Can we just talk about Mahomes for a second?
Incredible.
Can we talk about this guy, the dynastic finish that we had?
Yeah.
You know, I got just the last drive of eight back-to-back to the end zone.
Unbelievable.
And here's the thing. Creed Humphrey was kind of out of character a little bit. There's some lower snaps.
Yeah.
And so, you know, but again, that can knock you out of your rhythm. But Mahomes doesn't skip a beat, picks the ball up, whatever, throws a pass, touchdown, whatever. I was just trying to picture me, Randy, in that scenario with that much pressure, Super Bowl, because he's so smooth under extreme pressure. And I'm picturing me. Okay, here it is. Creed Humphrey snaps to third-person Michael. It's down low. I reach down to pick it up, and I kind of trip and stumble. I kick the ball accidentally 30 yards down the field. I'm going, my chin strap pops off. I put my foot in the helmet. Game over.
Field goal.
Unbelievable.
Oh, my gosh. Well,
such incredible team effort this year. Defense, specialty. Harrison Butker. So many are like, there's the MVP.
That's what I wanted to tell you. And that almost happened. That almost happened, right? Mm-hmm. Harrison Butker was almost MVP. So my buddy Louis Aguiar. Yeah. I've known Louis for a long time.
We all remember you on Q104 with Louis.
Oh my gosh, Louis was great. He was the punter for the Kansas City Chiefs, and Louis made no money. I mean, he made some. He's
not like today's money.
No. For example, what do you think Harrison Butker made this year?
Well,
I mean, I understand. I'm
going to guess.
He's the best.
I don't know.
Okay, he's the best kicker in the league.
Right, but I don't know what the contract looks like. I'm going to guess a number, $1.2 million.
$4.18 million.
Okay, good. Better than
because
Snead and those guys are around that lower number, I think.
Well,
and then you got Chris Jones through the roof, like $90 million.
That's not good when the kicker's making more than. Anyway.
Well, but he did. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So Louis again made. I think Louis got maybe free trade from Hy-Vee. It was something. It was something like that. It was
system. Yeah, maybe some steaks.
Some steaks every Tuesday. He got to go into Krispy Kreme. I think every Sunday.
Louis' defense also, not defense because you're not putting him down.
No.
But that guy could also block and tackle.
Oh, my gosh.
He put some hurt on some people. Louis, it was so much fun.
Good He could have been a defensive back.
Yeah.
Tommy Townsend.
And he loved it.
Yeah. Tommy Townsend this year.
Man, he's so good.
He is good.
He's so good.
He's a punter.
$800,000.
$2.6 million. You go, Tommy. You go, Tommy. Hey, he's so good, though, man.
He is.
He's great.
He is.
$2.6 million. And I told Louis Aguiar that, And I couldn't hear Louis because he goes, "Oh, I got a gun in my mouth. No, he's Louis is probably the biggest Chiefs fan there is, but almost $3 million for a punter. I mean, makes you want to start kicking, huh? A little bit.
Well, I've got a leg.
Oh, you get a leg on you.
Leg. How about that move? 49ers kick a record-breaking Super Bowl field goal in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
A record-breaking.
Right.
30 minutes later.
Whoops. Whoops. What happened?
So I got to tell you, Randy. I know you. I love your hat, by the way. What is that? What's going on over there?
It's from Gucci.
It's from Gucci. I mean, yeah. I'm starting to look like a Boy Scout over here. You got Super Bowl 4.
It's pretty cool.
You got a 54, a 57, a 58. I mean, I'm running out of room, buddy.
Good. Did Taylor Swift make that?
Tay-Tay to me. No.
Way to go, Chiefs!
Woo!
Way to go, Chiefs! Oh man, let's do this again. Same time next year at RandyMillerRadio.com.
RandyMillerRadio.com.
Oh my gosh!
I lost it.
That is the one.